Hmm. Hey,
Hi, can you hear me now?
yeah, I'm gonna have to, I don't know. I clicked all these like things to try to make the live work on Facebook, and I forgot that I said start recording automatically. So when I started the Zoom, it started recording, so it's like literally recording right now.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna have to maybe edit this part out or like, I don't know. And I don't know how to like, oh, apps. Who can start a collaboration? No. Say host only. Trying to figure out. Oh, live on Facebook. There's a thing that says, oh, pause recording. Okay. All right. Hey guys, we had a little late start because I am trying to do that thing you guys have seen on groups where like they're live or they're in Zoom, but then it goes live on Facebook. I did all the stuff to make it go live on Facebook. I added the apps. I did a big Google search yesterday, figured it all out, and then just now I was trying to do it, but it wouldn't give me my group. I could go make it go live in Michaela's group. I could make it go live in like other people's groups that I'm a part of, like my Sense with Beth page, but I didn't find my team page. So we're just gonna do it normal and then I'll try next week. Or maybe I'll test it. Maybe Michaela, maybe tomorrow we can test this with a new Zoom and see, like, just for fun to see if we can figure it out. So tonight we're gonna talk about catalog tips, but first of all, I wanted to go over the news article that was posted today. It's a huge article. I'm not gonna read everything, but I'm just gonna kind of briefly go over it because you guys need to all go in and read that article. It's the what to expect for our monthly product transition on March 1st. Um, so I just wanted to kind of um, through that briefly and have you guys, um, I'm gonna mute you guys if you're in the background, just so we don't hear background noise. So first of all, March 1st, obviously our new catalog, you guys all know that. Um, but there are going to be some things. So the new things that are going to be available on March 1st, and it's going to be 3 a.m. for Eastern time zone. So it's midnight PT, which translates to 3 a.m. Eastern. So you're going to have the March scent and warmer of the month, which is this. You are going to have the spring summer catalog, obviously, the Dobby Buddy that just was announced yesterday, the March Whiff Box. So those are the brand new things. There's catalog items and then the one Dobby LTO. And then there's a ton of stuff that's going away. So I want you to make sure you're familiar with this. So the next 5 days-ish, you can be telling your customers about it if you know that they're interested or just mentioning it to them. The Polar the Penguin's going away, the NFL collection, Daydream Oasis dish soap, Scent Circle bundle, which I'm shocked that's still available, to be honest. The Valentine collection, with a asterisk because the flower will still be available, the pink flower that they just got more stock of. So the Valentine collection will go in the vault, not in the vault, but discontinued, but the flower will still be available. Bring Back My Bar, November warmer of the month, the sparkling snowman. So if you know somebody who still wanted that snowman, that's going to be your last chance for him. And then all the last chance discontinuing products. So now is your time to be pushing clubs so hardcore. You should be getting those club subscribers. And I was just telling Michaela, I had this super awesome post that I thought I posted on my VIP page, but I apparently didn't. So I'm going to post it as an example for you guys tomorrow. But it's kind of a fun like idea to generate some interest for club too, because this is club time. I'm reaching out to my customers who I know have favorite fall winter fragrances right now and being like, hey, don't forget to add this to your club, or hey, you can't get this anymore. Do you want to start a club? Because that's their best bet to get always get my bar. There's going to be a couple pre-sale products that will no longer be available. So if you're around this summer, you remember that Scooby-Doo collection that they did pre-orders for because everything sold out super fast. So then they did a pre-order again. The last day to do the pre-order for the Mystery Machine, Scooby-Doo, Buddy, and the collection bundle is going to be Tuesday, February 28th. So if you had anybody who got that pre-order, make sure you remind them. You can see that in your accounts tab on your PWS if you have any open pre-orders. They should have gotten multiple emails about it, but that's going to be the last day they can redeem those. And then there's going to be a queue, so just be prepared for that. A couple things about new catalog launch with a 3 a.m. queue. We are not in 2020 anymore. We are not in 2021 anymore, where like I felt like if we had a catalog launch at 3 a.m., I physically had to get up for it. Dobby, I don't know. Is that how you say it? I don't know. I don't watch Harry Potter. Dobby could be very popular. I mean, I have a couple people who are like thinking it's cool, but if I got pre-orders for that, I probably would get up at 3 a.m. But if I don't have pre-orders for that, I'm not getting up at 3 a.m. just for catalog products. We are not, like I said, we're not in 2020, 2021 anymore, where we were in huge hyper growth and like things were selling out like crazy. We have our forecasting down now where things are going to last, and obviously they're catalog products, like they're going to keep bringing them back. So my only recommendation to you would be, if you have pre-orders for Dobby, to get up at 3 a.m. Or if you're like, oh, Esther's joining us. Or if you are just somebody who loves the rush of a new season and loves the rush of a queue and getting all your things, then sure, get up at 3 a.m. If you have a job like Esther where she already has to be up, if you have a job like Kim where she already has to be up, sure, get your orders in, because the benefit to that is you'd be one of the first people to have orders placed too, because there's going to be a ton of orders going in on March 1st by consultants and customers. So the warehouses are going to be super busy. So the quicker you order, the higher you are up on that, list or whatever. So, maybe you'd get your order a little faster than the people who order at 5 o'clock at night on the 1st. But those are my tips. Like I said, you don't have to do that, but it's up to you. So I would just say focusing right now on the last chance stuff. Huge focus on club. And then I would start using, we'll get into this, but like you guys can like, be sprinkling stuff in right now with the new catalog, but I'm probably, let's see, what's the date? So like probably starting Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm going to be hardcore with the new book. Like I'm going to be pushing club tomorrow still, Friday, following up with my customers, but then starting like Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I'm going to really be like doing a lot of previewing for the new book. So let's get into that subject. So new catalog. There's tons of ways that we can promote the new book. So you have all of your supplies, hopefully by now. And if you don't, make sure you take advantage of that because they're on sale for us right now. So if you don't have your catalog supplies or your new season supplies, make sure you're going on your workstation and placing an order for your stuff because it's on sale. And then starting on March 1st, it's not going to be on sale anymore. So you might as well stock up while you can. I bought a ton of catalogs because I'm like, I know I'm going to need them. So I got them right away. So we've got our books. We've got these. So this is going to be like my bread and butter for sharing scents this season. This template is actually on the workstation under the marketing tab. So I liked this one. I saw Esther did it and I was like, oh, you know what? That is a really good one. So I just printed a bunch of these out because these are going to be the samples that I use when I hand out and send my books. because it looks really nice and fits really nicely right inside of the front cover. When I'm sending, are they called A9 envelopes, I think? You know, the long skinny envelopes like this. When I'm sending envelopes like this, which I'm gonna have to cut these, it looks like, because they're still a little bit long. Michaela shared these on our page, and they are fantastic. So they're two-sided and they're a little bit longer. I made them too big. She said they should have printed 3 to a page. I did 2 to a page, so I did something wrong. But I've got 2 different kinds of ways to do my stickers for 2 different sizes of envelopes. So I just kind of like having that variety. So then I can share them in a couple different ways with different mailings. So say, for example, I'm mailing just a product list. Hi, Nate. He's drinking his bush. So if I'm mailing just a product list, I could put that size sample in there, and then I could just put a product list folded up and a scent circle and send it for a non-machinable stamp. But then again, like I said, if I'm sending the catalog, I'll put this kind in. And I bought really cute, they're out in the living room, I forgot them, but I went on Amazon the other day and I searched this size envelope, and there was a set on there that was like different colors. So I thought that was kind of fun. So those will fit perfectly in here. And I have this, and then I'll send this probably with just a scent sticker on it. I'll have to fold that. And then I'm going to put this on there too. I shared this the other day. This is like that little fun catalog, like little intro sheet. So I just edit it to have my favorite warmer, my must have is fragrance flower, and then put my favorite scents. And I shared this the other day on our page, and I highly encourage you guys to look at this Canva because it's super cute, whoever originated this. And the version that I shared is free, because the version the girl made to begin with had some like extra cute little doohickeys that I just deleted, so then I could make it free. So feel free to use that. So I think that would be really cute to have in a package for your new customers, or your customers to get when they're getting their new catalog. So that's what I plan to send. And if shut up, Watch. And if I know they don't have, Watch just like randomly talks to me. It's very weird. Letting somebody else in. If the customer doesn't have a Scentsy club, I'm gonna put this in too. Because why not? We're always pushing clubbers, right? So this is also a Canva that someone made that I edited to be free. And I love this. And I was telling Michaela, like, I just always share, or I always save the image and then I just throw it in Avery because that's like the easiest way for me to print personally. So those are some of the marketing materials I'm going to be using for the new catalog. I did not go as crazy as I normally do, which is totally fine, because I think sometimes we go a little overboard. I do, for example. So I just wanted to keep it more simple this year. So now let's get into ways we're going to be promoting the new catalog. So we're going to be doing multiple party types. I'm going to talk about some, then Michaela's going to talk about some. So if you have time still, I know we're kind of like on the crackdown of the end of the month, but you could do a last chance first glance party maybe this weekend if you could like pull it together. But if you were wanting to do like an open house last chance first glance, you could do that. Or you could do a last chance first glance, even with your Facebook group. You could do a last chance first glance bingo if you wanted to. I'm just going to do a bingo with the new catalog. I do it every season, which reminds me I need to like figure out a date for that because February is almost over. So I've talked to you guys about the bingo before, but I'll go through it real quick one more time for those of you who might not have heard about it or ever tried it. I highly recommend it. It's so fun and it's so easy. So you just grab your catalog, you find, where's my new book? You find a time that works best. So you could do like a poll on your page and ask, like, put a few times out with a poll in your Facebook group and be like, which times do you like? And then the time that gets the most votes, you could decide that's your time. And then people hop on your live, and then you literally just go through the new book page by page, describing while you're calling numbers. And how I do it personally, I found it works best, is you have them pick 5 numbers 1 through 50. They type their 5 numbers in the comments, and then you randomly call numbers as you're going through the book. Okay, so you're talking about the book, you talk about a page, you call the number. Talk about another page, you call a couple numbers, and so on and so forth. People are going to join in the middle. When you see them hop on, you just say, hey, we're in the middle of a game, stick around, you can play the next one. I usually get through 3 games in one catalog, usually when I do that 1 through 50. It's honor system. So when somebody says they won, they just get they say bingo, and I just say, due to Facebook, like the way they post stuff, the way like the timing works, that whoever I see say bingo first that comes up in my comments, that's who the winner is. Um and you can give away whatever you want, doesn't matter. Give away samples, you can give away whatever. A scent circle, whatever you want. So that's a really fun way to get through the book. And then I'm also talking about hosting. I'm going to talk about joining more because I don't talk about that enough when I'm doing my bingo. And my customers always like my bingo. So I always do a new catalog bingo, which is super fun. And then sometimes I'll throw bingo in other times of the year, maybe like Bring Back My Bar when I'm reviewing those, I'll do a bingo. So I love that option. So I highly encourage you guys to try that with your VIP group because I think it's a great way for you guys to get in front of them, chat with them, have fun with them, and it really engages people. And it's a great way to try to front load parties too. So I'm going to really try for parties. Oh, that's another thing too. I think when I'm like leading up to it, I'll be like, get an extra 5 numbers if you book a party with me. Like commit to a party and get an extra 5 numbers. Um, so usually I'll have some people who will be like, oh yeah, I'll have a party. And it doesn't have to be a party in March. It could be a party in April or May. I don't care. If you commit to a spring, summer party with me with this catalog, then you get an extra 5 numbers in bingo. So little like incentives you can think of and, get creative with it, do other things too. So that's something I plan to do next week. And then live parties are something we can do. It's something that I really tried last season. I didn't do a lot of them. I've actually like really not done a lot of parties lately. Like my orders have just been like shopping links, which I'm going to talk about too. Actually, I have that under Michaela, but I want to talk about shopping links, right? Okay. I've just not done as many parties. Like, so I'll talk about shopping links. So when I have customers that are ordering lately, I've got 2 of them open right now on my PWS. So I have a customer in Texas and she loves the fragrance flowers. She wanted 9 of the pink ones when they first launched. So I was like, okay, you've already got like a huge order. So let's open you a shopping link. Okay, awesome. So I've got her shopping link open. She's going to just check with people, but I'm not like doing a party. She's just got a link. So it's kind of nice because it's less work for us, right? Because we're just having them share their link. Another customer here locally lives in Byron Center. She wanted to order some like last chance stuff to stock up. And then she's like, oh, I'm going to want this and we're going to want that. I go, don't order. I said, let me open you a link. So I opened her a link. Lo and behold, she spent like another $100 the other day when we had, all the child stuff. Like she wanted that. So I was like, make sure you use your link. So she did. So my hope is, which kind of is a bummer, because I think she's going to have a party for me in April, or I'm sorry, in March. And I'd love to flip her, but I'm not going to be able to give her the PRV that was earned this month. But whatever, at least she's got an open party and she'll reap the rewards. So because that's just a little FYI, like if you want to flip somebody, make sure you do it within the month that their stuff is happening, or else it's not going to transition over. So shopping links are huge. So if you have any customer, I mean, I'm even saying the threshold of like a $50 to $75 order, offer them a shopping link. Hey, I'm going to make you a shopping link. Like you don't have to say the word party. Just be like, hey, you have a nice size order. If you asked a few more friends or just shared your link with a few coworkers, you could probably get to 200, especially with this new catalog. We have so many cute new things. Just show it around to a few people. We can leave it open for a month or so and see what happens. I'll still order the stuff you want right now, but let's just make you a link to see what happens. What's the hurt, right? Like you're still going to get the PRV. They're still getting their order, but you open a link for them and make them try a little bit harder to get more orders for you and for them. And then say they end up getting a lot, flip that dang party, flip that party to them, get another team member, and then let them get the commission and the stuff. So I love those. So if I could just make party links all the time and make shopping links for people and not even do a party, that'd be a perfect world. But some people want parties. So kind of going back to that, saying like how I haven't done parties in a while, I tried this live thing last winter. I guess we're still in winter, last fall. Um, where I was like, I'm just done with like the posting. It just got so monotonous for me. Like it was just taking so much time and I didn't want to do it anymore. So I was like kind of following Chloe Cox's rule because I watch her on Instagram and I know that she just does one night parties. Like she makes a group, but then she just says, okay, meet me here live for an hour. We're going to look at everything. So I was like, hey, my office is set up like that. Like I physically did my office that way. So I could be like, every product line is in here. I can go through everything in an hour and then show everybody what's happening. And then but the problem is, I did 3 parties like that. One was amazing. I had 9 people on my live, and the party was like almost $1,000. One party completely flopped, and the hostess only showed up. And the other one sort of flopped, and the hostess, her coworker, and her sister showed up. So like the hostess and their sister who showed up, that party did pretty good. That was like a $700 party, but it wasn't my live that got the orders. It was the hostess because she's a nurse and she took all the stuff to work and she got tons of orders like she always does. And then the one that flopped, like I helped her because she's one of my amazing customers. She has a club with me. Like I wanted her to have a good party. And so I like gave her orders. Like if I got a random order, I put it under a party because I'm like, she needs to have a good party. So I have like mixed emotions with the live party because I've had it do really well. I've had it do okay. And then I've had it flop. So I guess the jury's still out on it, but that's another option. If you are like overwhelmed by posts and you don't want to do all of that, you can totally try that method. Now, Michaela shared the other day how you can put, if you have an iPhone, you can put in the notes all of the stuff. So you can put all your copy, all your photos, which I'm like, that's a game changer because I'm sure other phones have the notes capability too. I just don't know what it's called on an Android. But I was like, man, that would be nice because if I can just copy and paste from the same spot versus like copying from here, then going to find the album and finding the picture and all that. So I'll tell you the truth, if I do, or when I do get parties booked for March, if they're not home parties, which we didn't even talk about home parties. Home parties are obviously the best way to go. I'm probably going to do the traditional party again and just kind of see what happens because I don't know, algorithms on Facebook are jacked half the time and I like don't trust them, but I just feel like I want to try the traditional way again. So I'm going to quit rambling, throw it over to Michaela, and she's going to talk about bag parties, Visly, and text parties.
Hi guys. I'm gonna apologize first because there's a lot going on in my house right now. Nate is working on my Scentsy office in the basement and he's painting the walls or the ceiling, which is like right below me, so you can probably hear it. And my dogs just like randomly decided that they're gonna play and run all over the house and start barking and be crazy. So I'm just gonna apologize. But the first thing I want to talk about is bag parties because I got a new bag set up. It's a little bit different than the one that I used to use. The one that I used to use, it still worked just fine. It was just like a clear confetti filled bag and I just like shoved everything in the bottom of it. This new one that I have is kind of neat because it has little dividers and I'm pretty excited about it. This is my new little party bag. It's a diaper caddy. I found it on when I was creating my baby registry and I got super excited. I'm like, this would be perfect for doing parties, bag parties. So the idea behind this is to set up a party for somebody, have them take this to their work. Let's see if I guess that's as low as my camera's gonna go, but take this to work with them, put it in the break room. If you're gonna do that though, I highly recommend explaining to the host what to do, coach them on how to use this. Make sure you tell them like, hey, tell people what this is, tell them to go through the products. Don't just like take it in the break room and set it down because people are gonna be like, that's somebody's bag full of stuff. Like I don't want to touch it, kind of a thing. So make sure you're like coaching them on how to use it and what it is and what it's for. So what I have in here, I went through, I just got these like reusable like Ziploc baggy things. I don't know. This is what they are. They're from Aldi. I grabbed 2 of them. And I put all of my testers, I need to make labels still for each scent category, but I have them all into different little pouches, and they're all a different color for different scents. I have a little sticker on each one of these bags here, and it says, "Hello, I melt in warm temps. Please don't leave me in a hot car or the sun. I like cool places." So I don't know if you guys have had this happen to you, but I've sent out my testers and they have come back completely melted. You can't open them. It's a mess. So I like to put those little stickers on there. So I have that. I have all of my literature. So I have this little laminated, I don't know, it basically just explains what a Scentsy grab bag is. And then it has like the party details down below here, for like free shipping and how much you get in rewards and all that stuff. So that just kind of explains what the party bag is. I include multiple catalogs with my information on it. Make sure you have your information on everything. Order forms, and I make sure I haven't highlighted, but usually I highlight the information that I need. I always try to get an email address, which might be different now. I don't know how that's going to work with the new way that we subscribe customers to emails. I don't know if it's going to let us like automatically do that anymore, but I always like to get their address at least so that I can send them Happy Mail. I have that. And then in this other little pocket, I include a wall fan with a pack of pods, and I have a sticker that says tester on both of those so that people don't take these. Unfortunately, I did have a wall fan that got taken. I don't know if it was by mistake or not, and I have no idea who it was that took it. It was months later that I realized it was gone, and the only reason I realized it was gone is because it was my black wall fan. That was the only one that I had. I put a hand cream in there. Same thing, put tester on there. I have a Luna travel twist with a tester thing on it. And then I put in a bar of wax, usually the scent of the month, and a cotton cleanup. And these stickers say "for you to keep, enjoy" from Michaela. And that is all I put in my grab bags. I keep it super simple. You don't use a whole bar of wax if you don't have it. If you have a bar of wax that has 1 cube, 4 cubes, great. That is, you know, as long as they can get the experience, then that's all that matters. I didn't buy like new products just for this. I used products. This is one of my personal wall fans that I use. Threw it in there, grabbed a new pack of pods so it's fresh, grabbed a new travel twist. Obviously this you can keep in your grab bag for a while because it's going to stay good as long as you don't use it. This is one of my personal hand creams that I had sitting on my desk, slapped a sticker on it and threw it in there. Super simple. So then I just create my party link, take this, drop this off to them, make sure to coach them on how to use this, tell them to have their customers write down their orders on these order forms. Make sure you set a date, say I will come back and pick this up on Friday next week. Make sure you have all your orders in. We'll submit them all at one big time to try to get free shipping for you. And that's it. Super simple.
There's one thing I would recommend adding would be a washer with sample.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Because, and then like you could make a little sticker that says, try me and tell me what you think. Because like we talked about last week with our samples, like that is such a good sample because people try the whiffs and then they can't stop. So
the other thing that I could do is, because the outside of these have pockets, I could say whatever's in these outside pockets you can keep.
Yeah,
and
that'd be
just
good.
put all sorts of samples in there.
Hmm. Or like a
Samples.
fresh sample too would might be good.
Yep.
Scentsy
And that's
fresh.
the thing, you could totally throw in some other products. If you have a Scentsy Fresh that's half open, like I've got one right here that I use occasionally on my rug in my office. I could throw a sticker on that and put that in there. Throw in a open thing of hand soap. Whatever you want. You guys, get creative. Use what you have on hand. Don't feel like you need to buy any extra stuff. All right. The next thing is Bizly parties. Bizly is a huge tool. It's super wonderful because it literally does all the work for you. I just posted in our team page a huge list of a bunch of different codes. If you guys did not know this about Bizly, you can import a code from, oh, that's a good idea, Sarah. I just saw that you commented in the chat that you put a mini warmer in yours. That's a good idea. So if you did not know this, you can take the code from a template that somebody made and you can import it into your Bizly, and the whole entire template would be right there. Super simple. It's a great way to do it. I will share, I don't know if you guys have a pen and paper with you. I can also put it in the chat too. But one really good code is from Eric Mobley. He was actually, I think he was at my director boot camp, if I remember right. But he created a really good template for spring summer. There's a few things that I would probably edit on there because they're a little bit too flyer-ish, stock image-ish. Like I would change it up to my own wording and maybe edit some pictures and stuff. But overall, it's a really great party template. So if you guys want to write it down, it's Z as in zebra 5 THEWA. And I will put it in the, let me do this real quick. Z 5 THEWA. I just put it in the chat for you guys too. So that's a really great template. All you have to do is set it up in your group, edit the things that you need to edit, make sure you put your link in there, and it will just automatically start posting at whatever time you want it to. And you don't have to worry about scheduling all your posts on Facebook. Now, the only thing about that I'm not a huge fan of is you have to post it from your business page. You have to connect your business page. First of all, you have to have a business page. You have to connect your business page to Bizly, connect that business page also to the party page in the group, and then you have to link Bizly to the group. So there's kind of a lot of steps involved, until you have it like set up and ready to go. But once you get the habit of doing it and you do it a couple times, it's super easy. So there's that. There is also the post that I just shared, the interaction post for your VIP groups. Insane amount of good content in there. A bunch of people collaborated together in the Bizly sharing and support group, which I don't know if you guys have noticed, but that name changed. I was looking for, it was like Bizly, Scentsy Bizly something or other, Scentsy Bizly code group, but they changed the name. They worked together, a bunch of people, and made all these interactive posts. And there's like self-care, questions, this or that, predictive text, Sunday recipes, Saturday games, all sorts of different templates that you can upload into your, yeah, see, I don't know. I haven't really noticed an algorithm change with Bizly, but it's so hard to know because like I'm doing a party right now for a girl. It's not with Bizly. I'm scheduling all the posts myself. And I was looking at it today. Every single post, it says one person has viewed this. One person has viewed this. One person, like only one person is seeing all my posts. I don't know why. Like the algorithms are just, they're weird right now. So I did the at everyone in one of the posts just to see if that would try to get people to see the post a little bit better, but I haven't checked it. So I'll have to look at that. I'll report back. But Bizly is great. I mean, if you can figure it out and utilize it, there's even like a group chat or a group I think they call it a team page actually in there, and you can be added into that. And any of the people in that Scentsy Bisley code group that creates a template, all of their codes will be like in that team page group right on Bisley. It's really cool. Okay, so then the next thing that you could do for parties this season is you could try out text parties, which I have not done this yet, but I am going to try this because I think this would actually be a really great way to like know for sure that you're getting in touch with these customers. This could be a text party or a Facebook Messenger party. If you had somebody that you know that's a really great customer and they have like a close group of family members or friends that also like to buy Scentsy, or they think that they would like it, as long as you have their permission, I think it'd be super cool to make like a group text or a group message on Facebook, put all those people together in the group and send out all of your posts in that chat instead of using a Facebook page. Now I would be careful. Don't overwhelm them. Don't post like, a million times a day. I would honestly only do like maybe twice a day, maybe 3 times, just to not like overwhelm them. Otherwise, they're just going to leave the group or leave the chat. So I think that'd be a really good way, because that way people like they're seeing it. It's being sent directly to them and they're seeing that personally. So I think that'd be a really great way to do it. And then you could use that Google Doc that I shared with my party template. You could use that or something similar to go off of, line for your text parties. Okay, I think that's all I have for that one.
Okay. All right, cool. All right, so I kind of already touched on this, but I will a little bit more in depth. So like I said, I'm going to use the next the last 3 to 4 days of the month to really start previewing the new book. So how I would recommend doing that would be picking like probably 5, I don't know, 3 to 5 things a day to feature. So, kind of plan it out in your head, and figure out what you want to feature each day. Use the Facebook pages that we're members of as resources. Like, you're always seeing people post beautiful imagery of the new stuff. Like, I was on a hunt today for still haven't found one I completely love, but like I've been waiting because I'm very picky about my images and the way that they look. So on the what did you share page, I posted, did you see that, Michaela? I really wanted a new image of the 10 new release bars. Like, for example, last year, this was the image that I used. And I just love this image. It's pretty, it's clean, the fonts are welcoming, it's inviting, it's colorful. So like that was the spring summer 2021 new releases. So like that's a great way to start. Like start with the new releases. Maybe you do a separate live smelling all the new releases if you've got them. If you don't have them all, use the sticker sheets that you have. So I was like, has anyone seen anything like this floating around yet? And I got some comments, but I still haven't found one I'm in love with. Like, this is the one floating around. I'm sorry. The disco ball really turns me off. I can't do the disco ball. It just is like, I see that picture and I'm like, oh, that's just not me. Like, I don't want to share that. Somebody posted this one. This one's not bad. But I'm just waiting to see one that I want someone to just make one, which it probably should just be me, right? Like I should really learn Canva and make something beautiful like this. But like that'll be one of the first things I do when I start featuring. Okay, we have the 10 new releases and I probably will go live that day and smell them. And then I'll pick like the fragrance flowers and here's the new scents. And then I'll say, okay, here's like 2 or 3 of the new warmers. But when I say use the Facebook pages, like use the Canva pages because people post gorgeous imagery on there that they make of like the warmers and stuff. Use, which I talked about at World Tour, like type in the name of a warmer in the Facebook search tab, type in Pink Flamingo Scentsy in the search tab on Facebook, and then click posts. Because we're all friends with a bunch of Facebook people, or I mean, Scentsy people, and you'll see people's posts. So like somebody might have a great image of it. Somebody might have gotten I didn't buy the new warmer sales kit because I didn't want to spend the money. So I don't have all those warmers, but some people have, and they've taken a bit beautiful images. So search those things, search Pinterest, search all those places, use the marketing tab on our workstation. They're not amazing photos, but I mean, they're still better than a flyer. They're still better than nothing. So you can download the marketing images. So really be intentional about sharing this catalog in conjunction with I Hope You Try the Bingo, like I talked about. And then get a big order to place on the first. Start your month strong. Start your month at 500 plus. Put in a 500, get pre-orders to put in a big order. That's my goal. I want to get enough pre-orders to put in a big order on the first so I can start my month strong. So I'm just going to skip ahead to the other thing I'm going to talk about, and then I'm going to let you go back in. Okay. So another thing I was going to talk about was booking parties too. So obviously we know we need parties, but how are we going to book the parties? What are we going to do? I'll read you a couple things that I sent out today, just as, because sometimes it just helps to like hear what people say. So like I followed up with a customer today. She hasn't responded to me, but that's okay. She got the warmer of the month this month. I sent her thank you mail. I told her warmer looked awesome. She sent me a picture. Then I was like, hey, just checking in on your party interest. Because we'd talked about it before, but she's not committed yet. So I was like, checking in on your party interest. I'd love to do something in March with the new catalog, which I need to send you. So like, I need to get this out to her, and I'll put a little note in here about a party too. And then I have an order to deliver to a customer tomorrow, and she loves Scentsy. And I said to her, she's like, oh, can you put a new catalog in my order? I said, it's already in your bag, but I'll throw another one in for your mom because her mom's visiting her right now. And I said, washer whiffs too, because she asked me for washer whiff sample. And she said, I'm so excited. I said, the book is so good. I said, we really need to do a party for you to earn some goodies. It would be so fun. And she said, that would be fun. I'll have to think about who I'd invite. And I said, home ones are always fun. People are ready for spring. She lives in Caledonia, so I, of course, want to do a home party because I can literally be at her house in 10 minutes. So I'm going to see her tomorrow when I deliver her order. So I'm going to plant the seed again. And then I'm also going to plant the seed with my girl who lives in Byron Center, who has that open party link. So I'm hoping like all of these little messages will transform into parties. I don't know if they will, but that's my hope. So I'm just kind of like sprinkling it in a little bit. I don't have any parties booked yet, but I need to get some because parties are going to be very important. So if these aren't panning out for me and I'm still not getting any yeses, then my next bet is going to be looking up my past hosts. So if you go on your workstation and you look up past hosts from the fall, or maybe even look up past hosts from last spring, summer, maybe you have certain hosts that only like to host in the spring. Maybe you have people who only like to host in the fall. Like one of my best customers, she's already told me, like I asked her about this and she goes, no, you know me, I want to do a fall party. Like that's my jam. A fall party every year. She always has like this huge fall party for me. And I'm like, okay, I get it. Like one party a year. So I know that she only wants fall parties and I'm not going to bug her again. And we're not going to bug like Pampered Chef consultants going back to that post today. When no means no sometimes, and you just quit. So maybe I'll see who posted in the fall, ask them if they want to host again. Look who hosted last spring, summer, see if they want to host again. So if you're running into dead ends with like messages right now, go back and look at your previous hosts because you know they've done it for you before. They're likely to do it again. So when you hit that dead end, go and look at previous hosts. So Michaela is now going to talk about, let's see, more ways to engage your customers, like with your sticker sheets and all that kind of stuff.
Okay. Nate just came up here and he is covered in paint. He's like, apparently cleaning the paint sprayer is messier than actually spraying the paint. Like he is literally covered head to toe. All of his clothes are going to be thrown in the garbage because they're all paint. So that's great. All right, so ways to engage your customers. I have a couple of different things here. Most of these things are really just going to be like printed materials that I have that are a great way to, have you changed your shirt already? went downstairs. I wanted him to show you guys how paintful he was. Okay. So in my catalogs, I am including quite a bit of materials, but there's a lot of stuff in here and there's a lot of great like follow-up opportunities in here. So obviously I do the sticker sheets. That's the one that I shared with you guys that I created. Great way. You can always follow up with them and say, hey, how did you like the 10 new release scratch and sniff stickers? Which one was your favorite? Because we still have the Go Go Mango collection, you can throw that in there with that, along with the Easter collection, because that does not launch until the 1st. No, the 6th. So the 6th, I think it's the 6th. Throw that in there with the new catalog, because hopefully we're trying to get these to our customers before March 1st. And you can ask them about what their favorite scent is of this, and let them know that it'll be coming on whatever the launch date is. I have a scavenger hunt. This is the one, I shared this in the team page as well. There's different things in this, and I think, okay, so it says, flip through your new catalog and fill out the scavenger hunt. Text me your results to claim your prize. So that's another good way to get your customers involved and engaged, because they have to do this. Then they have to text you in order to claim their prize, because they think, oh, I get a prize if I do this. So that means that I have to flip through the catalog and find how many current consultants there are. How long has Scentsy been in business? How much does the Whiff Box cost? How much will Scentsy donate from the sale of each Simple Reminder charitable cause warmers? How many countries is Scentsy currently in? Which page has more info about Scentsy Club? And then there's also things up here like, what's the new name of the diffuser shade? What scent is new to our body line? What's the name of our new animal print warmer? They have to actually go in the catalog, find that stuff, meaning they are actually looking at the catalog. They're seeing everything. They're going through all the product categories and seeing all the different things that we have, not just wax and warmers that maybe they normally order and they just want to flip right to that to see what there is. They're not looking at everything else. So this is a great way to get them engaged and look at all that stuff, and they have to reach out to you in order to claim that prize. Okay, next thing that I include, this is actually an old coupon that I have. I guess I totally could include this. This is from fall of last year, I think, but it's an air purifier special. So it says, contact me, and this is a personal special, so you can't like post this on your Facebook page. It says, contact me to order your air purifier and you will receive a free 3-pack of scent pods and $25 in Scentsy cash. In order to do that, you're using Host Rewards. So you would open up a party for them, use Host Rewards, and then you can give them that deal. Another thing that they have to actually contact you for if they want to take advantage of that. So that's what I include in my catalogs to get them engaged. As far as like right now with the last chance first glance parties, I would also throw in the old catalog too. I still have a bunch that I need to get rid of. So I would throw this in with this if you're doing a party for them. Let's see, what am I missing? Felt samples, that's another great way to do it, which I guess I did have those in there that I showed you guys. And then one thing I do want to talk about real quick is the product guide, the training guide, because this thing is like, this is basically, in my opinion, like the Scentsy Bible. This thing has all the information that we need to basically get any product knowledge to our customers, to know what we're talking about to our customers. Guys, we don't want to be like telling somebody about our air purifier. Like somebody messaged me the other day and they're like, hey, does the air purifier have some blue light something technology? And I'm like, I don't think it does, but let me double check. Well, you can go right here in this air purifier list that tells you all the things there is to know about an air purifier. says uses a HEPA H13 filter capable of removing 99.9 particles of airborne particles. I wouldn't have known that stuff unless I looked at my product training guide. You can add these to your orders right from the consultant store or just to like an individual order. But there's tons of good stuff in here. Like when I went through and created my template that I shared with you guys with all the party posts in there, I got all that information out of this. Most of the stuff, like, let me see, like the body line, I think is what I really used it for. Somewhere, maybe. Well, let's just use counter clean as an example. In my counter clean post, I wrote right in there, forms a dirt repelling barrier that makes cleaning easy. Time. It's great. It's coming right from Scentsy. They're getting the facts. They know what it is. And it's all right here. So I highly recommend getting one of these, keeping it with you, and referencing it when you need it. I think that's all I have. Do you have anything else?
That's so true. Like I'm looking through this with you right now and I'm like, oh, I didn't know products with the aloe and flower icon meant that they're infused with aloe and sunflower oil for extra
Right.
softness. Like, what a fun tip. Like, Tip Tuesday. Show a cool picture of our body line. Did you know that products that our body products are infused with? I didn't know that. I've been a Scentsy consultant for almost 8 years and I didn't even realize that until I just read that. I mean, I probably like heard it before, but I never like, really got it in my brain. So
one of the other things too that I really like to do, which I don't know where mine is. I think this is the one that I was using. Hopefully I didn't give it to a customer because that would have been embarrassing. Okay, yeah, it's this one. What?
I want to see Nate.
He's dripping paint everywhere on our new floors. I like to grab our catalog, and if I'm like, what in the heck do I post in my VIP group? Go through and start posting everything from the catalog. Like, do it obviously over time, but mark it off as you go so that you know what you've posted. It's a great way. Like, this is a resource, you guys. We have this for a reason.
That's a great
awesome. Yeah, it's awesome.
You're right. That would be a really bad catalog to give one of your customers.
Yeah, it would.
And another tip that I probably should have read my product training guide before writing customer support the other day, because I was like looking at my club points for some of my customers and I was like, oh my gosh, so and so has so many points. But then I'm like, wait, does that mean like if they had like 300 and some points, I'm like, wow, they have like $33 in points. No, every 25 points is $1. So I like wrote consultant support asking them a question and I'm like, oh, it's right there if I would have just read it. So yeah, this is an awesome guide. Like, I don't care how long you've been a consultant. I will read this thing a few times and reference it a lot because it does come in super handy. And I love how they put sales tips in here too. For all of the products, there's sales tips. Is there anyone on this live that doesn't have one of these? Do you guys all have one? Because if you don't, I have 2 and I'll send you one. Because I don't need 2. So if you don't have one, or if you have a team, if you guys all have one, does anybody have a team member they want me to send it to? Because I would do that for you too. If you have somebody who needs one. Because I ordered 2 of the like kits or whatever, so I got 2 of them and I only need 1.
Another thing that's similar to that, that's really nice to have, especially for somebody who's been with Scentsy for a long time and it's hard to remember back to like your first 45 days and like, sensational start level 1, 2, and 3, what the requirements are, all that stuff. Another great thing, grab the consultant training guide. No. Yeah, consultant training guide, right? Is that what it's called?
Geez, I don't even have that anymore. I can't believe you still have that.
I order one with every catalog season. This is last year.
Oh, what a good tip.
So, I mean, it tells you there's so many things in here. Our mission, our values, it has your starter kit. It basically goes through like everything you need to know when you first sign up. But like that kind of stuff, like Sensational Start Awards, like I don't remember. It's been almost 3 years since I joined. It's hard to remember back to that kind of stuff. So it's nice to have this to reference when you are sponsoring to help out your new teamies.
You're like mind blowing me right now that we can even order those. I didn't think we could order those. I thought
Yeah.
that was like a new consultant thing only.
Yep, those are nice.
Can I add it to my any order? You could just add
Will
consultant.
do, yeah. I think it's just called Consultant Guide.
Oh my gosh, totally getting one. That's awesome. Cool. Well, it's 9:01. I don't want to keep you guys any longer. Do you guys have any questions or comments or want to share anything? Tips, tricks you have that we didn't talk about or add to anything? Happy to hear more ideas. Everybody looks like they're gonna fall asleep. People that I can see anyway. Esther and Kim are probably already asleep because you can't see their faces. All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining. Appreciate it. I will share this on the team page tomorrow, and you guys have a good night. Bye.
Bye, guys.